Alrighty, so I'm too lazy for edits as usual, and we're going to do this in one take. Today we're going to talk about a water pasteurization indicator, and I got it for purifying water in when I'm out camping or hiking or whatever. So let's just I'm just using my camping equipment because that's how I'll use this here. And the way it works is, wait for this to boil. So this will take a few minutes. So while it's doing that, normally to purify water, right, you need to get things to come to a boil. And the reason why they say to bring things to a boil is to kill like the bacteria or whatever that's supposed to be in the water. But as it turns out, the bacteria die off way before it gets to boiling. You don't have to get to boiling. The reason why they recommend boiling, though, is it's a very visible endpoint. You can see the water boiling. You know you have made the water safe. By the time it cools down, the water will be safe. So what I got was a water pasteurization indicator, and what this thing does is it indicates that the water has gotten warm enough that it has pasteurized. It's shiny there. That it has pasteurized the water, meaning it's safe to drink. And the way it works is we've got this little dingle dangle that hangs up, and you can see it. And see the little green in there? That's wax, and that wax is calibrated to completely melt when the water has been hot enough for long enough for pasteurization to occur. That the water is safe to drink. And the way it works is you're supposed to. So there's two different ways you can dangle it down like that, which is done. The way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to hang it up, and that's why you can hang it different ways. It's got like, I don't know if you can see that or not. You see where you can hang it from one end or the other. The way it works is you hang the wax in after the wax is rehardened and everything. You hang the wax in up, and whenever it falls down, water's been pasteurized, and that's how you know. So, and you can save fuel in that manner. You don't have to get the water as hot to you don't have to spend as much fuel, which is really important whenever, say, let me get my water filter. So this is my Sawyer squeeze. Now most of the time I could just purify the water with this, and it's a filter basically. It's I don't know how it works, but it's got like these little tubes or filaments or whatever that it goes through, these long filaments, and as the water goes through, it becomes safe to drink. Doesn't get rid of viruses. This won't get rid of viruses either, but it'll get rid of the most of the nasty stuff that we run into in the United States. But the way this works is, so say my oh, it kind of floats. I didn't know that. See, we're just trying this for the first time, so we're all learning together. But you're supposed to just hang it here in the middle, and then when you see the wax fall down, it's gotten warm enough. Now I've got 12 ounces of water in here, so it shouldn't take too long to boil. It's a little bit more than a cup. And I don't have it going full blast just to save fuel in the canister. I rarely, if ever, go full blast with the canister because it wastes a lot of heat whenever you just burn it. You burn faster. It'll boil faster, but you waste a whole lot more fuel. So I tend to just practice always on a very low setting. But the reason why I got this set up is just, you know, be familiar with the equipment and everything. Because the more experience you have with your equipment, the better. You want to be out in the bush and then mess things up, right? Not that I don't think you can mess this up, but yeah. So this is supposed to get, I think it's supposed to get to like 160. Is the temperature that's safe to pasteurize or something. The warmer you get, the shorter you have to be at that temperature. So there's a threshold where you get high enough, and by the time the water cools down, it will have stayed at that temperature long enough in that critical threshold that it pasteurized. So it's an area under the curve thing, not a it went above. You know, it's not like you went above this temperature and everything's fine. It's how long were you above this temperature? Were you above it long enough to kill off most everything? Did it fall? Oh, it almost did. See, it's falling now. Go on. Wait till it's fully done. It's probably done by now. Yeah, see? See, it fell down. Well, we're just about bowling right now, or bowling-ish, but we could have turned it off before then. But that's how that's supposed to work. And then you leave this hanging up so that you know that it can reharden in the right position. Wait. Get this hanging. So yeah, this is the water pasteurization indicator, and you can use it for camping to save fuel, but also if you want to save on your gas, if you got to boil water or whatever. Pasteurized water to make it safe to drink, because sometimes the water supply goes bad. Now I have the Berkey, so I could throw pond water in that thing and it'll be fine. But if I want it to be double keto, I could run water through there and then boil it, and then it will, and then heat it up till this indicator says so, and then the water should be like super duper safe. So and that's, I forget, what is it, the water, you have water filters and water purifiers. Berkey's a water purifier, and that's like a slightly higher standard than water filter or whatever it is. But yeah, anyway, this is the only manufacturer that I knows that makes it, at least on Amazon, is this Sunflair WAPI, or water pasteurization indicator. That's what WAPI means. But there's only a couple bucks on Amazon, I think. Well, pretty sure it was less than like 20 bucks. Probably like half that. But I was watching a YouTube video. Now I'm forgetting. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a link in the description. Hold on a second. Let me just flip the screens here. I'll put a link in the description of the dude that was talking about water purification methods, because he talks about using the filters. He talks about using iodine tablets or iodine droplets, or the Muran tablets. It's like the old style, like Boy Scouts or whatever water purification thing. We used to use those. I can't remember the name of it, but there's an M predominantly in the name somewhere. But yeah, but he talks about all the different methods or whatever, and then he talks about at least having like a backup water purification. You can always boil your water, and then he gets all, well, it's it's really costly to boil water, especially if you're packing around the weight of these canisters. Maybe you don't have enough fuel, and then maybe you got to, I don't know, make a wood campfire or something to heat everything up. Anyway, it's a great video. I will put a link in the description about it. He also does. He also evaluates like food for like backpacking, like how dense it is, like calorie wise and stuff, like the most calorie dense stuff. I just got this Wild Zora. I haven't tried it yet. My last trip we did the next mile meals, which were pretty decent. But most of the time, because of that video, well, in part because of the video, because I eat mostly just meat. I usually just take and this actually happens, this jerky, especially these fatty beef sticks or whatever, beef or pork sticks, they're really calorie dense for their density by weight. So anyway, I'm rambling now. This was talking. The whole point was I wanted to just try out this little indicator and see how it works, and then show you because that's fun. Anyway, I'm not going out this weekend. I'm just getting prepared. Amazon just showed up with like all my supplies for all my camping supplies. So I'm restocking on my food and stuff like that. So anyway, probably going to do a video on permethrin, how to treat your clothes with permethrin. Apparently you can go like 6 weeks or 6 washes or whatever with insect repellent on your clothes. Just neat. I never heard of that before. We're gonna try it, see how it works. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys found it useful, and see you guys next time. Bye.